Hey guys, so we are back doing our Valentine earrings. We are going to put these babies together, finish putting their hardware on, all that fun stuff. So, hope everybody's surviving the cold. It is super cold here. We had a ton of snow. Hope y'all are staying safe. I had a little travel hiccup. Deciding if I'm putting my flash on or not. I think I'll be okay. Had a little travel hiccup. I traveled to see my sister because guess what? She had her baby. Oh, baby girl. So excited. So I got to go spend some time with my niece and my sister and hang out with them. But I got stuck. Got stuck in Maine. So luckily I was still with my sister when my flight got canceled. So I just hung out extra time with her and a baby. So that was fun. But meant this week's been a little bit crazy. Not gonna lie. A little bit crazy on my side. So, but want to get on here, get this rolling. So we have, I don't know if this is going to drill through because I realized I need to get another drill bit because I broke this one. Let's see if it... Yep, it worked. Only thing I'm thinking is it's going to mess with our love on there, but we might just rewrite love. I don't know. The love is like not really down in the middle of it. Oh, that happened. Alright. So our UV resin just popped right off of that one. So it didn't adhere long term to that type of material. So we're going to nix those. Those were fun. Those were a good experience, but not happening. So, because of that, let's try these. I'm going to do them kind of in this part of the heart. Kind of up there. That's where I'm going to hook them. And so they'll dangle kind of at an angle. But I think that's just fine to do. I am using my Dremel tool. This is just, I need to get a new, it doesn't have a good sharp end, so it's not wanting to stay in place as well as it would if it had a sharp end, but I'm making it work. Alright, then these ones, these should be fine. The hardest part is that my finger has to be here. And I would rather not, drill a hole in my finger. But where it doesn't have a sharp tip on this drill bit, it's a little bit challenging, but we got it. And then we have these two. So that's what we're going to put together. We're going to, like I said, nix these ones since they're just not, oh, look, that just peeled right off. So glad we figured that out now. We can chuck those out of here. And let's just do, so we went from making 4 pairs, we're going to make 3 pairs of earrings tonight, which is fine. That's part of experimenting and crafting. So we can be bummed, but we're not going to get too disappointed because, like I said, that is part of the crafting. Alright, so some of the tools that I need for this. I need just my toolbox cleaned. I need a jump ring, ring, so I can open my jump rings. A couple of those, I'm going to probably use some C-clasps, and the others I will use jump rings on. And then we need our earring hooks. So I will link some sources for these jewels that I'm using so that you guys can easily find it. But truthfully, if you make jewelry or have made jewelry, it's pretty easy to get a hold of this kind of stuff that I'm going to be using. And like I said, I'll link some in there. So jumping ring is this tool here. It allows us to use that as like an extra hand without having our fat fingers in the way, because I notoriously have my fat fingers in the way. Those ones are going to get gold. Earrings come in all kinds of colors, but these ones are going to get gold. And let's put a jump ring in between. I think I have, yeah, small gold ones there. Let's do silver here. These are probably going to get a C. I don't know, these ones can have a jump ring. Do I have silver over here? Yeah, okay. Then we need a good pair of pliers. Flat nose pliers is the best, just so you know. Let's get our C-clamps on. Those are really easy. If you've never made jewelry, these are pretty foolproof to use. So, make sure that my camera comes into view and that I show you this. This is a C-clamp. So it has a prong and it clamps. It's like a C, essentially. And I'm all over the board. Just trying to make sure it was in the frame. Okay. So it's good to use when we have something a little thicker to like get around. A jump ring is going to have a hard time getting in here. We're going to have to open the jump ring really wide, and then potentially that compromises said jump ring. So C-clamps are good for losing, because that one went bye-bye. Don't even know where it went. I will find it sometime next year whenever I clean up that area. Okay, let's try this again. The only thing I don't like about C-clamps is they're not very bendable. So I can't squeeze them just with my finger to get them started. But also that makes them better, because guess what? They're going to hold in place a lot better than they would if it was not. So see how that handles it? And that gives us a space. We are going to put a jump ring on it as well. So this is just allows us basically to get us a starting point on here that we can then, the hard part is making sure it's in both sides of your hole before you squeeze, and then you squeeze it and it seals that. But it allows us to get around that thicker resin without needing a jump ring right there, because that would be really hard to have. Now these jump rings that I'm going to use here are started to be opened, but they're not open all the way. And if you have to open a jump ring super wide, it just compromises it. So I stick the little jump ring, hold it with my pliers, and I stick it in. This is a thin jump ring, so it's just in this skinny spot, and I twist it and it opens it. Now, so might need a little bit more, because we do need to go around the C-clamp. And I might need a little bit bigger jump ring. But those ones are massive. Let me see if I have a medium. Surely I do. Yeah. These look good. So I have a toolbox that I use. It has all my like jewelry pieces that I need on a regular basis. Not all my beads, because I can't hold that. But so open that jump ring up, slide in to our C-clamp. It's kind of hard to see. That's just part of doing it. I'm going to make sure that my hook is going to make sense, that it's going to hang this the proper way when it hangs in an ear. Slip that on, and then we're going to close this C-clamp. That is the perfect way to get it so that the C-clamp is resealed right there. That's what you want. You want it to be resealed. It's not going to catch on anything. Voila. A little heart earring. It's so small and dainty. The jump ring is almost bigger than it is. So, jump ring in our pliers. Using our jump ring tool, open it up. Slip our heart with the C-clamp on. Make sure that the earring is going on the proper way. You just have to think about it as if you were going to wear it, put it in your ear, and that it's going to hang properly. If you ever put it on wrong, you just reopen the jump ring and reposition it. Not the end of the world. I always like to make sure that's nice and closed. And voila! Look at that. So simple. Okay, now the question is, I don't know if this jump ring is going to be big enough for these ones. Yeah, it's not. So we'll go to this one. These medium ones. There's all sorts of sizes of jump rings out there. I don't know what size these are. I just, by look, I know kind of if they'll work or not work kind of thing. So this one's going to be a little bit more challenging to get it in our hole that we have. And let's use our tool. You can try to use your pliers to connect it, but I'm going to tell you, these jump ring tools are just the bomb diggity. They are the way to go. If you watched any of my other jewelry episodes, you know that I did a lot of jewelry as a kid. Never had one of these jump ring doodads until I saw it on some tutorial or something, and I was like, I have to have one of those, and I went on a hunt. First one I got was like Hobby Lobby, I think. I found it in the jewelry section. I was like, score! And then I got a second one. My daughter got a bead kit, and she's like, Mom, I don't use this. I was like, oh, throw it away. Because, you know, might as well have two of them. This is the best thing ever. My hooks are all together. I'll bring this toolbox over in a minute and show y'all what I kind of have as my setup. It's just what works for me. Do what works for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to put these on a jump ring. Another jump ring, I should say. Just to give it a little bit more dangle. And then putting our earring back on. Now, I'm using one of the small jump rings, so it is a lot smaller. A little bit harder to work with, as you saw. This happens. Just part of it. Can't tell you how many times I drop things when I'm working with jewelry stuff. 99% of the time I can find what I dropped if it's important. If it's just a C-clamp or a jump ring, just grab another, because whatever. Whatever. But look at how pretty that is. Love it. And these are super light. These aren't bad. They're not terrible. These are mega light. So I do like that technique a lot. Let me put these C-clamp out of my way. Okay, I need a small one. Look at that. These are going to be super easy in comparison, I do believe. Now you could add more jump rings to get more length if you wanted, more dangle. You could add some beads in there. Kind of options are endless. I'm doing just simple earrings. It's the easy way to show y'all and not get caught up in a whole long tutorial. And if we added a lot to this, we would be here for days. Alright. So, look at there. Looky there. So excited. I'm probably going to drop a bonus episode. So this episode This episode will drop on Sunday when you guys watch this. I'll probably throw in a bonus episode like Monday or Tuesday. It's going to be just a real quick short video showing you my new craft cart that I got, that I've been organizing and everything. So, and I absolutely love it. So I want to show you all that. So you'll get a little bonus episode. It's not long enough for a normal craft tutorial just because of the way it is, but at least, you know, a little bonus thing. And then be back to normal schedule. I'm going to try to get ahead again. I was actually gone 2 Sundays inadvertently. Was not the intention, but it was what was meant to be. So because of that, I'm basically, my episodes have caught up to real time. So I gotta get a little ahead. Okay, these are so cool. I want to get a solid background for you to look at these. I think I found a good one. So our True Love I did with gold, just because I'd already done that gold on there. The little eye hole thing. I forget what those are called. Eye something. I don't know. This one may not be. There it goes. I was like, it's all tangled up in itself. Let's try that again. Okay, look at these. Alright, we're going to come up close, give you a close-up of each one. There's our love. Love is in the air. Look at these ones. These are so cute, so simple, so light. I mean, I can't say enough about them. You could whip those up for a gift in no time, or for you to wear. Coworker gift, teacher gift, something. Look at these. Same with these ones. These are really pretty easy to pull together. I mean, all of these were. But I feel like these two in particular were very easy to pull together. Of course, our other one that we tried, that was a dud. It happens. So, well, hope y'all enjoyed. I know it's a little bit shorter of a week because we didn't have to put together everything. But like I said, I will drop a bonus episode. Let me show you this toolbox too before I let you go. I'll try to probably zoom out. I put this over to the side. Actually put it on my new craft cart that's just off to the side because it just is so, it's kind of bulky. Okay, so I'm going to take you off of this stand, so don't mind close up of my hand. Okay, so let's let this focus and I'm going to zoom out. There you go. Don't mind the messy workspace because, yeah, there's a lot happening over on this side. Just ignore that. So this is the toolbox that I use. It's almost like a fishing toolbox, but I know that I bought it at a craft store. I either got it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and you can see this is why I need more room for it, because look how cute it is. It's Creative Options. I know I got it on clearance at one of them. It has these side things, which is where I keep my jump ring rings in there. This one, I keep some beading needles in here because these are real long and thin needles. This was some sort of beading needle that came with my daughter's thing. Probably won't use it ever, but you know, it's in there. It's fine. Opens up kind of like a tackle box. You could probably use a tackle box as something similar. Got all of our like earring different backs. These are little connection springs that you can use to put like on necklaces, dangly earrings, different pieces that I use. Here's my C-clamps. Then let me open this up. I gotta pull it forward so it can open. Then we're going to do some things with these later this year. Just like, you know, make earrings with these. I really want to try some stuff with the wood earrings. So we're going to be doing that. And then in here, I have all kinds of jump rings. Here's our stud backs. We've got bead string. Things I haven't even brought out of the bags, like clearance. You know, they say they're connectors. I don't know. We'll see. Like just kind of all the random things I might need in there. So yeah, that is the jewelry toolbox. So definitely suggest getting that or something like that if you like to stay organized. And here's, camera is not wanting to focus on that left side, but whoops, you know, still, I really love these. I hope you guys do too. And I will see y'all next week for another tutorial. Hope to see you back. Bye-bye.